morning. Welcome to the Breakfast Ball. A quick shout out to all the hurricane victims out there. I hope everything is going well. Thoughts and prayers with you. And a shout out to my New York Yankees going on to the ALCS. Fingers crossed. Today's podcast is called Awareness is the Difference. If psychology has taught us anything, it's that for every change that occurs mentally, there's a change that occurs physically. And there's all kinds of studies on this type of stuff, folks. But being a New York Giants fan, being from originally outside of New York, I could tell you, the Giants lost a game a couple weeks ago to the Commanders. And their kicker, Graham Gano, I guess he hurt his hamstring on the first play of the game and ultimately ended up costing him the game. And I was listening to different doctors after the broadcast was over, and they said Gano said he was okay to go. He had I guess it was a quad injury prior to the game, but he said it wasn't going to be an issue. But then you listen to doctors speak, and more or less, if one part of your body is not right, it's like it's the men who put a wallet in their back pocket. When you put a wallet in your back pocket, it affects the way you sit, thus affects your posture, thus affects your vertebrae, and just something simple like that. For one action, there's a reaction. Just like in golf, when I tell people to get the ball to go up, you got to bang down. For every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. So if you're favoring one part of your body, then something else is going to happen. So like the quote says in Lair's book, if psychology has taught us anything, for every change that occurs mentally, there's a corresponding physical change. So what does that mean to an athlete? And again, folks, you can apply this to life also, but what it means to an athlete, you have to learn to control what you think, okay? Because by learning what you think, okay, you can control some of the tension that's in your body. So if you can learn to discriminate between muscle tension, like if you can learn to feel the difference, then you can learn to control it. You can be aware of it, and you can, nobody ever has it perfectly mastered, but you can learn to take great strides toward being to be able to control yourself in stressful situations. So studies also show, okay, just so you know, I like to back everything up, I tell you guys with studies, the closer that our muscles are to a resting state, the faster and more accurate the movement becomes. Again, let me read that one more time just so you got it. The closer our muscles are to a resting state, the faster and more accurate the movement becomes. So again, if you can control the relaxation of your muscles, and it all starts with being aware of what's going on with your body, you can control, the more relaxed you can get, the greater performance you can have. Now, there was a Harvard psychologist, his name was Dr. Edmund Jacobson, or Jacobson, I'm assuming it's Jacobson. He spent several years working on a system to train your muscles and to train your body. And it's a long, comprehensive way of looking at things. But I'm going to give you the Cliff Notes version of what this says. And you can try this at home, because it's really not that difficult. I found, like I think last week we talked about, there was a test on how to keep yourself motivated. Basically, the saying, if you can set your practices up where you can always achieve some success motivates you to move on. And there was a interesting title to the name of that study, but basically it was ring toss. So this what we're talking about today is the Cliff Notes version of Dr. Jacobson's relaxation techniques. So, number one, okay, get yourself into a comfy chair in a quiet room, eyes closed. You need an environment where you can completely relax and completely, maintain focus. Like today, for example, if you hear cars in the background, we picked to come to Ocean City, Maryland this weekend during, I think, the largest car show I've ever found. So I've driven all the way down here by the marina. Hopefully you can see the water in the background to do this, because I wanted to find a place where I could focus on you, on this, because we are performance psychology folks. So that step number one in Jacobson's tension identification relaxation process is a quiet room, comfy chair, eyes closed. Then to start this, okay, you're going to take 2 deep breaths, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Basically, it's just more or less a cleansing process, okay? Next, you're going to go through every muscle group in your body. And I believe he starts with the arms. My friend, I know he starts with the arms. But he's talking about even things like your face, like grimace. Hold that position. And when you hold that position, okay, feel it. Feel the tension in the face. Because I know we talked about last week, studies clearly show if you tighten your jaw, you don't perform as well. Relax. So you'll go through your hands, you'll go through your forearms, you'll go through your facial muscles. Tighten them, hold them, identify that process, right? And then release. If you go through this in every single muscle group and you do it with some frequency, you're going to start to realize when certain muscles tense. And when you do that, it's going to help you, again, back to the quote earlier, put you in a more relaxed state. So although it seems to be really, really simple, it's very powerful. It's helped a lot of great athletes develop awareness in muscle tension states, and it puts you in a peak state of performance when you can relax those muscles. Hopefully that makes sense to you out there, folks. So that's our topic of the breakfast ball today. I guess you can see, guys, today I am wearing new breakfast ball swag. Okay, we got it in black, we got it in orange, we got all kinds of stuff. Actually, Toby, one of our biggest followers, he got his hat the other day, so I'm sure he's happy he got his breakfast ball hat. But if you need to, if you'd like to get some of our stuff, South Jersey Golf School stuff, or breakfast ball stuff, just go to the South Jersey Golf School's website, and you can place your order right there. And hopefully I'll see you out there wearing some stuff around there. Also, as we always say, if you put "I love the breakfast ball" in the comment section of the podcast, we put you in a drawing to win a Starbucks gift card. So by all means, please do that. And again, shout out to all the hurricane victims and whatnot. As I mentioned, Richie, our number one assistant, his family's from Asheville, North Carolina, and they've been relocated like 4 hours away from their homes. And from what I understand, what he was saying, they're probably not going to get power back for 3 or 4 months. So, there's always someone out there that has it worse than you. Remember that. So, okay, again, today our topic was awareness is the difference. Be aware of what you're putting into your mind. Be aware of the tension in your muscles. Try to master it. Try that Jacobson stuff, and let me know how it goes. Have a great day. See you next week.
Glass of bourbon, ha. My bourbon, ha. My bourbon, ha. Alcohol, because no great story ever started with "I'll have